currently down in some big ravine. I have to be careful. There's a lot of debris in the wash. Now, Tammy is at marker 4 and 5, and the cemetery is somehow between that. Now, maybe there are no graves marked, but you can see clearly I'm in a wash, and I had to climb down, but there's snow, and I slipped, and it's very treacherous. There's a lot of rocks. I found an old TNT box. There's quartz. Obviously, this is a wash, so a lot was dumped. I don't think the bodies of the cemetery were buried in the wash itself. But if you follow it diagonally down, this wash is supposed to lead near the cemetery, supposedly. And it's rough terrain. I mean, I got rocks on all sides, man, and it drops off. This could be quite dangerous. There's an old can. Obviously, there were some beer bottles. It looks like I'm not the only one to search for this old cemetery, but maybe we'll find an open area here with some graves. I don't know. There's a flat area right down in here, but I don't see, yeah, this is getting treacherous. I don't see a way for us to find these tombstones that are supposed to be a couple hundred feet from the trail, and it would be one of the older cemeteries in the area, but I'm looking and I don't see anything. But we'll continue our search. Who knows what we might find down here. Like I said, here we go. It opens up. Maybe this is the cemetery up here. This is a real spooky scenario. You know, you have tunnels and mines underneath, and there's mountain lions, and there's rabbit trails, but there are things out here besides little bunny rabbits. And what we want to do, without trying to fall in a mine shaft, is get on over to where possibly this cemetery could be. Whoa! That was a hole. Oh man. The wash has opened up. I haven't seen any minor remnants left over from the mines down here, so maybe I passed it. I don't know, but looking on the hillsides and looking around, this appears to be a wash rather than a cemetery. This is one of the older, supposedly, if the oldest cemetery in Virginia City, if we can find it. And of course, I'm surrounded by high walls and canyon walls here of rock, and you know, there's might be some shafts, so we really got to be careful. But going down, we'll stay along this trail that follows the wash, and I'm going to see if we can find us some maybe some possible wooden grave markers. They may be gone, because I'm telling you, they would have just washed with flash flooding away along the ravine here, if that's where they built it. But I don't see any sign of grave markers. I followed them all the way to the Pioneer Cemetery. I don't see anything. We found the mutilated animal. It was still here after a couple weeks, and actually I found an open area here. I'm going to check this out. We may be here at this hidden cemetery, which very few know about or have investigated. Of course, I would not recommend going through tons and tons of sagebrush, but I would recommend that if you are an adventurer like me and you really want to get down to the truth of ghosts and strange happenings, this would be your best bet. The brush is very thick, and so far I have not seen anything that resembles a grave marker besides the one I found off the trail. And it appears the trail's up there now along the ravine. So I'll definitely keep you up to date. I gotta shut the camera off and save battery. We got a couple more haunted sites we'll be touring. You know, but who knows what's out here. 6 Mile Canyon's below. There's a little trail going up and no signs yet of. There's a beer bottle of the Pioneer Cemetery. A lot of beer bottles. It looks like somebody came down here to party, and we're probably looking for the same thing I'm looking for. Anyways, we'll keep you up to date. There are animals, there are coyotes, there are mountain lions up here, so I have my knife, and I will be using caution. It's very thick in the ravine, and no sign of the cemetery. But that does not mean the graves are not here of the miners who died in the mines, and there may be unmarked graves in this area. So we'll take EVPs, and we'll look around a little bit more. This is Lord Rick, founder of the Paranormal and Ghost Society.